how do you become a master in something? So you see in the marketplace, there is a very strong demand for mastery. Right? People out there, businesses out there, they crave for mastery and they are willing to pay a lot more money for that kind of mastery, right? It commands a premium. So if you are a master in something, right? If you are the best in the world, you have something that you have a skill or expertise or in something that no one has, people will line up to give you money. The world needs and they wants mastery. So today let's talk about how you can become a master, right? How you can learn things, how you can learn and perfect something, right? To become the best in the world. So to do that, you need to understand the 3 stages of learning. So the first stage is what I call acquiring knowledge, right? So when you first learn a new skill, right? When you first approach a new topic, a new skill, a new hobby or whatever, right? You want to learn something new and that's when you want to know everything about it. So you read books, you do your research, you study, right? You want to find out more about that particular topic, that particular skill. And what you are doing is that you are receiving the knowledge, right? You're acquiring the knowledge. It's just like going to school. You study English, you study mathematics, you learn about science, the physics, chemistry. You are acquiring new facts, new knowledge, new understanding, right? So at this stage, you are learning the basics. You are discovering how things actually work. Right? So after some time, right, after some time of learning, after some time of receiving all this information, you got more knowledge. You become more knowledgeable on the particular skill and topic that you are learning. And that's the beginning, right? But to become better, right, to become more proficient, you need to move on to the next level. And at stage 2 of learning, right, that is accumulating experience. So now that you know a lot of things, right, now that you are very knowledgeable, you can articulate the ideas well, you understand the principles, the philosophy, you know quite a bit about a particular topic, the particular skill, right? And now you want to implement what you have learned, right? You want to turn the knowledge, you want to turn what you know into action, you want to put it to hands-on, right? It's practicing, right? It means that doing things, right? You are now leveraging on what you know and turning knowledge into value, right? Now you are taking action. So as you practice, right, you make mistakes. And sometimes you do it right, sometimes you do it right, sometimes you do some steps wrong, and from there you learn. Right? So hey, I cannot do it this way. This way it didn't really work well. Maybe I can try it the other way. Right? You want to experiment, you want to learn, right? You want to find out how everything works. So as you practice what you are doing, you are actually accumulating experience. So from stage 1, you are learning everything, you're absorbing everything right from the textbook, from the materials, and then you are refining your knowledge. Right? You're gaining the experience. Right? It's a knowledge to experience transformation. You are transforming your knowledge into something practical, right? Something that is called experience. And that's stage 2. And most people, 90% of people, they are stuck there. Because they think that they are already very good. When they stop practicing, they stop learning, right? Because they somehow see some results. And they think, that's enough and that's where they want to be and that's where they are. And they stay there. Right? Or they didn't acquire enough knowledge. They think that, oh, I know quite a bit about the topic, right? And I use it and I get some pretty decent results. And they think, oh, okay, I'm there. And that's it, I'm there. Right? But the truth is that because they didn't practice enough, they didn't have a lot of experience, right? They didn't refine anything better, right? They end up being mediocre, right? Very average, like everyone else. They didn't get to mastery. So to truly master a skill, to truly become the best in something, you need to keep practicing. You need to keep learning. You need to keep refining. You need to do a lot more. You must always be learning. Right? And when you keep doing it, you'll reach stage 3. Right? And stage 3 is what I call crystallizing wisdom. Right? When you accumulate a lot of experience, right? When you refine and you know a lot of all these things, how it actually works, and you will start to strip down the non-essentials. Right? Because you did it so many times, you know some steps are necessary, some steps they are not. Right? In the first stage, you are learning everything. Now you are trying to cut out most of the stuff. You want to learn the essentials. So you know that some steps can be done in a certain way, and some steps, okay, I need to follow very strictly. So you are cutting down the steps. Right? You are no longer trying a lot of new things. You are cutting down the steps. You know, because you already know what works and what don't. And that is wisdom. And how do you know whether you are crystallizing wisdom or not? So the feeling is very hard to explain, right? But from my experience, right, you will feel that you got wisdom when you start to do things very naturally. So everything just flows very naturally. And when someone asks you, right, when people approach you and ask you, why do you do it this way? You can articulate it very well. You can explain it. I do it this way because certain way or this thing it doesn't work that way and things like that, right? And that is wisdom. And when you are at that stage, you are a master in what you do. Right? You will know a lot of things that most people don't, right? Because people didn't practice enough, people didn't accumulate that kind of knowledge, that wisdom. But you can do it better than anyone else. And then you can add tremendous amount of value to others. And that's when you get rewarded accordingly. And if you continue to practice what you do, you continue to you keep on refining and turning experience into wisdom, right? You will become the number one in the whole world. And that's where you get everything, right? Because everyone will be coming up to you, giving you money because you have the skill, you have achieved mastery. Right? So from stage one, acquire knowledge, you want to learn everything about the skill. Right? You want to learn everything about that thing, right? Stage two, you want to practice it, you want to turn knowledge into action. You want to try it out, you want to learn from the mistakes, you want to find out what works, what don't. And then stage three, you want to refine, you start to eliminate the non-essential steps. Right? And this is the 3 stages of learning the way to mastery. Learn something new? Comment below. So before I go, here's a quote from Bruce Lee. Before I learned the art, a punch is just a punch. A kick is just a kick. When I'm learning the art, a punch is not just a punch. A kick is not just a kick. And when I understand the art, a punch is just a punch. A kick is just a kick. So ponder about it. It's very deep. It took me a few years to figure it out. Hit the subscribe button below and I will see you in my next video.